Hi there, Scorpio. Thank you for joining me for your monthly forecast for May. This is a month when a series of retrogrades affecting several planets are going to be so important. And your two ruling planets of Mars and Pluto are part of this too. But as the month begins, there is a fulcrum of energy in terms of your inner planets as far as your interpersonal relationships are concerned. This is the Sun, Mercury and Venus, and it's an opportunity to really get to a much better place about all sorts of ties you have. But with Mercury twisting backwards too, and we know that Mercury's retrograde can be mischievous, it is going to be important to measure what you say, to be conscious of your motives, and also aware of the needs of the people that you're interacting with. But there is a stunning new moon on the 6th of this month in your opposite sign of Taurus, which combines, along with the moon, with Pluto, your modern ruler. And this is in your sector of everyday communications. And I think that this can be a month of stunning conversation. You can gain so much by coming together with others, particularly if you're a Scorpio who sometimes likes to keep the more personal side of your situation private. This month is encouraging you to have more faith, to have more trust in what you can gain from others. However, these retrogrades are going to be significant, but one is coming to an end, and that is on the 9th, when Jupiter starts to go forwards again in your sector of your long-term hopes and wishes. And anything to do with your future, your friendships, your social world can get an instant boost from this change. And also from week 2 through to the end of the month, despite Mercury's retrograde and Pluto's too, they're combining in a very, very important way. Perhaps you are going to be faced by someone who tells you some things about you and how you interact, which you find quite challenging. And if someone is a bit more combative, or perhaps even a bit more competitive with you, don't see this as a black and white situation, that they're bad and you're right. See it that they're perfectly entitled to see things in a different way. In fact, the more that you can listen in a more detached way, a more intellectual way to debate, and see that the exchange of ideas is very healthy, it can help to oxygenate your whole system, your whole being. So be very, very open to what people say. And the more attuned you can be to their message, it doesn't mean to say that you have to give up yours, but there could be some moments when you may need to agree to disagree. But Venus is also going to forge a significant link with Pluto too. When these two get together, it really helps us to see who is very, very important and valuable in our lives, at least when they're together in a positive way. There could also, exist in a romantic relationship, be an increase of intimacy and a sense of joyfulness if you are in a very, very close bond. But if you're looking for a new relationship, this month can be significant too, not least because of that wonderful new moon. But it's true, because Mercury is twisting backwards, there may be some cross wires. You won't necessarily connect with everyone you encounter, but the people you can connect with can prove to be so enriching, those relationships can grow beyond your expectations. And Venus is just saying to you that a little bit of give and take is going to be important in any kind of tie. But I think it's from week 2, when Mercury forges that great link with Pluto, the conversations you have can be so exciting. And then Jupiter goes forwards, and then from the middle of the month, the 3 planets, Mercury, Jupiter and Pluto, come together in a grand Earth trine. This is going to be particularly significant for you. I think the connections you make at this time could be life-changing. It's that profound, and it's something therefore to be very much open to. But are there challenges? Well, yes, there are. You may experience a breakdown in any relationship where your values just don't mesh in with the person that you're trying to communicate well with. That's due to Saturn's clash with Jupiter, which goes on all month. And also because Jupiter and Neptune are in opposition, there could be part of you that's almost really wanting too much, more than would be naturally possible. That's perhaps something that goes against the grain with you, because you can be a little bit skeptical, which can be something very protective and positive. But there may be someone you encounter who really sees you trip the light fantastic, but don't get too swept away. Try to get to know this person in an incremental way. A testing point, I do feel, is going to come on the 21st. Mercury goes forwards. If there has been any misunderstanding, it can start to unravel positively. But the sun, moves into Gemini, but there is also a full moon on that day too. Anything to do around shared resources, who does or contributes what, how much you earn, or how you're going to balance your household budget with making a provision to pay for the mortgage, your rent, your long-term financial future, that all is going to need some extra attention. Venus and Mars also squabble just around this time too. And you may find that there's someone that you really want to get on better with and find yourself hugely drawn to, but somehow there's a stumbling block, and it may be just because you see things so very differently, even if you are trying to be as allowing as I suggest. But once Venus does move into Gemini on the 24th, you can gain in terms of your business or financial prospects by your interaction with others. Someone could be hugely generous to you. But perhaps the other most significant moment of this month, Scorpio, for you is when your traditional ruler Mars rewinds back into your sign on the 28th and is going to be with you for 2 months. This is really going to fire you up. And if there's any part of your situation where you feel your individuality is being compromised too much, your voice isn't being heard, you're not getting the rewards or the satisfaction from life you really want, this is going to give you tremendous motivation over the following 8 weeks or so. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Thank you for joining me. Good luck and goodbye for now.